place if you're looking to check in horses and donkeys. Our town is peaceful. Have a pleasant stay.
There we go. Welcome to Velia. Need to use the storage?
Mio hopping around the Sea Palace? That cunning Mr. Turk tricked my kind teacher into coming here. They want Miss Mio's liver to cure the Dragon King's illness. They took my rescue plan when I got caught. It must be somewhere in the palace. Please find it, Mio.
Dragon King. Those who defeat Baby Bell will receive the limitless blessing of the Dragon King. Travelers from the dry lands, I'll make this short, so listen well, turds. Unfortunately, the palace has been hit with unprecedented disaster. Figure out the details on your own time, turds. Any turds, our great Dragon King fended off the creature, but the young sea monster keeps returning to the palace. We tried to tame it to guard the palace as a big dog, but failed. And now His Majesty has succumbed to illness. Oh, sad times, turds. You land dwellers defeated the monster's mother. Well then, for Shell's sake, defeat the fiend when it returns, turds. Those who defeat Baby Bell will receive the limitless blessing of the Dragon King. Your noble deeds send shivers down my shell, turds. His Majesty wishes to personally a land dweller granted. A land dweller.
Come. Land hero who defeated Big Dog, you stand front of Dragon King.
Ah, so it is you, the one who saved us from misfortune.
His Majesty not well. Must give rabbit liver. Very fresh, full of river and mountain energy. Tasted then gave Majesty. Had much good taste.
Enough with the damned rabbit liver! I've tried many, only to taste dung in my mouth. Is there no proper medicine? Leave us. I will speak with the traveler alone. Come closer.
Traveler, go near. We step back.
I don't even have the strength to speak. Someone, go and tell them to. I was not heavily injured from the monster attack. And alas, the rabbit livers did nothing to alleviate my condition. I'm beginning to believe you may be the cure. If you help me, I shall pronounce you savior of the king. You see, my daughter is missing. She went up to dry land and disappeared. You see, my daughter... You see... You see, the Sea Palace is one of many gateways to the Netherworld. Not long ago, my daughter managed to damage that gate. I know not why, but she angered Granny Death and was turned into a mongrel. I made difficult arrangements to summon the Wolf Kebby, but to no avail. In the hope she'd repent and regain her form, I exiled my daughter to dry land. I placed her in Mr. Turt's care. But the shell-cracked buffoon lost the princess! She was constantly curious of the land above. Perhaps she's found the opportunity to run around. To explore. I will give you permission to investigate her chambers. Please, lend me your aid. Help return my daughter to me.
Free to ask me anything. I know every bump and bubble in the Sea Palace. You've come from the surface. How are things there? I heard there's a curfew lately. Why's that? Do tell.
right, Turd. Saw it myself. Her Highness destroyed the gate to the Netherworld. She seemed anxious, Turd. The palace maidens tried their best, but couldn't stop her from, looking beyond the gate. No idea what she saw, but she suddenly freaked out and fell down, Turd. She just started smashing the gate with her bare hands, screaming, "No, it cannot be!" Turd.
What a clever move. Alrighty, I'm giving up the old house, so give me the new one.
Miss Mio hasn't been seen at the Rose Bay School for several days, Mio. I was on the way to invite her to Sangu's birthday party when that pea pants Ming-Su showed up and told me a hair-raising tale. Miss Meow hopped into the sea with Mr. Turd. Flapping ridiculous, Meow. So I hopped over to her place and found a book that Miss Meow seemed to have been reading just before she left, Meow. The Dragon King needs a rabbit's liver to get better, Meow. But how does it end? There must be a reason why she left it open to the part about the liver, Meow. What? Wait, just a thumping second, Meow. This book is definitely a cry for help. My teacher's calling for her one and only apprentice, Go Young, for help, Meow. Stay calm, Go Young. Just stay calm. Think, how can I keep her liver safe, Meow? Oh, I should go tell the king that rabbits roam around without their livers. Go Young, the star of your county. Oh, how amazing she is. Meow. Did I write that rabbits roam around liverless? Meow. Ah, I remember now. I got so shocked I completely forgot. Meow. Oh, great and ailing Dragon King, Your Majesty! I, the humble Goyang, from a land beneath blue skies with white shores. Please forgive me, Your Majesty, but I happened to overhear your counsel. With my exceptional hearing, that a rabbit liver can heal you, Meow. Alas, great Dragon King, Miss Meow's nearly deaf and is missing most of her teeth. Wouldn't my nice, young liver be better medicine than that feeble old rabbit's? Meow. But you see, I love jumping. I'm so good at it, a liver would just weigh me down. So, I keep my liver in Miss Meow's storage shed, Meow. So, would Your Majesty allow me to take Miss Meow to the surface and come back?
Go Young, was it? You can't fool me twice. Look behind you, Go Young. Your master, Miss Meow, already used that pathetic excuse ages ago. I thought I'd missed my chance, but behold, a fresh liver has walked right up to me. Stop standing around! Toss this audacious rabbit into the dungeon!
Traveler, remember me from Butte County, Meow? You've gotta help me save Miss Meow. Miss Meow's grace is as vast as the sky. The more I look up. Ah, you flopping fiends! Give us back our Miss Meow, Meow. Oh, you mean that? Oh, Traveler, you're the sweetest. To be honest, I'm flopping terrified of being killed. Yup. So please help me out, Meow. Besides, there's one other person supporting me, so that should make things a hair easier. Jim Chum, a girl who threw herself into the sea for her blind father. Because she was so diligent and capable, she became the sari flower caretaker, Meow. Blood sari, breath sari, flesh sari, and bone sari flowers. You must have heard of them. She'll mix rabbit fur with the sari flowers to create a fake Goyang, Meow. You, traveler, are going to become the fake Goyang. Make a ruckus trying to flee the Sea Palace, Meow. Distract the soldiers and give me an opening to escape. If you get caught, don't worry about it, Meow. You'll be gone, and all the king will be left holding is a delicious liver made of the finest rabbit turds. Meow. When everything is done, meet me at Gusan Cliff. Shimchong once said that there's a way back to the surface from there, Meow. Let's go return to the Rose Bay School together, Meow. We're going to make another plan to rescue Miss Meow, Meow.
Shimcho stepped out for a moment. What do you want? Oh, new medicine? If that's what she ordered, you can give it to me. What kind of medicinal herb is this? Well, I'm sure Chung knows best. Hey, add this to the medicine brewer with the turtle mustache over there.
What a clever move. Oh dear, another one. Here we go again. Are you also looking for Goyang, traveler? Ah, so I guessed correctly, it seems. The look on your face says it all. You can say that Goyang did come here, I suppose.
Well, she has a serious memory problem, so she forgot again. Said she needed to save Miss Meow and ran off to see the Dragon King. She was this way in Biot County as well. Seems nothing has changed. The problem is, those shellfolk are rather foul fellows.
Instead of treating her with kindness and being understanding of her condition, they just tease her mercilessly without offering the slightest bit of aid.
That's right. But seeing Goyang keep coming back, it seems like the travelers really cherish Goyang.
With the Netherworld gate broken as it is, I've just been waiting here playing a leisurely game of Baduk. Every time I see her again, it's a bittersweet reunion. Oh dear, let's see. I'd say maybe 13? Can't be sure. Too many came and went, so I stopped counting. This is already the 14th time that she forgot that the travelers helped her to escape and went to rescue Miss BDO at the Dragon King's palace. Ah, what a clever move. Alrighty, I'm giving up the old house, so give me the new one.
Yet again, my father told me I'm too young to go up to dry land. Just try and stop me. I mean, I'm all grown up now. During my first secret venture onto dry land, I met a monster. It might have eaten me, if not for the human child I met. I also saw the children playing a fascinating game. I wanted to play too, but, I could not figure out how. Then that first boy I met singled me out and called me a weak leak. The other children all laughed, and then they let me join in. We played until sundown, on the way to eat. I asked, "Weak leak? What's a weak leak?" And he just grinned and said,
Auntie, over here! 2 bowls of meat gookbap, with lots of leeks, please.
It was so delicious. The sharp taste of the leeks blended surprisingly well with the gukbap. I haven't seen that child again for some time. Could it be that Auntie Aryong gobbled him up? I'm so worried. I know I shouldn't be, but a little peek into the Netherworld gate couldn't hurt, right?
There's so many of them. Come come to think of it, I did see a rather peculiar one. It wagged its tail at the granny, begging for leeks. Can you believe it? A dog with a taste for leeks. Funny thing is, it thought other dogs would like them as well. It took some to the other dogs, but they only growled at it. The pup whimpered, and I fully expected them to pounce on the poor thing. But a kid stepped in to save it. Who was it again, dear?
It's the kid who became an orphan overnight. Oh, they say his parents went mad, eyes glowing red before dropping dead. Folks whispered they were cursed by the Odukshini. Poor kid, the looks people gave him. Maybe the child sympathized with the bullied dog. He seemed to find some strength after taking care of it. That may be so, but I have a feeling he won't stay for long. The village kids are bullying him, calling his family cursed and whatnot. Hush, Mongu. What's gotten into you? Is there something over there?
What do we do? Now we're gonna get cursed too! I told you, didn't I? I told you we should leave Hoon alone until after the funeral! Didn't think he'd get knocked out with one stone! I knew he was weak, but not that weak! Ah! Didn't think he'd get knocked out with one stone! I know. Well, just tell him. We could get in big trouble. Thing is, Hoon's family was cursed by the Odukshini. We just wanted to make him go away so we don't get cursed too. But we threw one stone and bam, he got knocked out cold. I wasn't trying to really hurt him. Honest. Ah, you big idiot. Don't tell him everything. Let's run for it! It's all that stupid dog's fault! He only got hit because the dog distracted him! Hold up. The torch! Where's our torch? Did we leave it there?
it! I'm so glad I wasn't too late. Why can't people understand dog barks? Oh, and you are? Huh? Hey! I'm not barking anymore! I'm free of the curse! Oh, it was so frustrating. And I saved my friend! I stopped that dreaded fate from coming to pass. I did it! I couldn't find my friend and got worried. So I peeked through the Netherworld gate, and I saw a vision. I saw my precious friend burning to death. I was so shocked I banged on the gate as hard as I could. Anyway, what am I to do with him? He has no place in the village, and nowhere else to go. Oh, I know! Let's head back to the Sea Palace. I'll take care of him.
daughter, Chong. Oh, Chong, my dear daughter, my precious girl. She threw herself to the mercy of the sea for my sake. What possessed me to promise 300 sacks of rice as an offering? Born without the chance to feel her mother's warm embrace. My poor girl, who barely scraped by. Don't fret, Father. I'll protect you in Mother's place. The echo of her promise. It haunts me. The tears just won't stop flowing. All I wanted was for my little girl's happiness. So I visited a well-known mudang. Offer up 300 sacks of rice, they said, and fortune will smile upon you. What came over me? I confidently made that pledge and immediately regretted it. Where was I to find 300 sacks of rice? Chong. Somehow, she found out. She was willing to give this undeserving old man a life of ease and plenty. As payment for those 300 sacks of rice, she cast herself into the Uldul Strait. The Dragon King seems displeased of late. The seas have grown rougher, with more lives being claimed, and ships torn to splinters by turbulent waters. Sailors sought a sacrifice to appease the Dragon King, and she set the price. I had such a pleasant dream the other night, to think it was really a sad farewell. If I lose her like this, how could I face my late wife in the world beyond? I heard the path to the Sea Palace has been opened recently. I care not for riches, but can you tell her that just to have her at my side, that's all this old man needs. See far off Chongbek Tower, where light filters through the gaps in the stone. Could the shimmering light amid rippling waves be the palace beneath the sea? It's a lullaby my late wife would croon when she cradled Chong. But would a blind man like me stand a chance of finding such a place? my dear child! You've returned to me, and no longer a mongrel.
Father, I have a request.
Request? Did something else happen on the surface?
Sort of. Please, allow my friend to stay here. He has nowhere else to go.
This is no place for someone like him. The palace is a gateway to the netherworld. It would take great consideration to accept one as a resident through marriage, let alone a child who is still alive. Oh, my dear. Have you not learned of this? Summon Flounder, the princess's tutor, at once. This is unacceptable.
Well, if I were to marry this boy, would you then accept him into the palace?
What? What did you say? Marriage? Oh, dear. Oh dear.
Majesty shot. Can no speak. No. Very bad.
Father? Father! Can you hear me? Please talk to me!
I wonder who the princess takes after to be so stubborn. Not a day goes by without commotion. The netherworld gate tempts me greatly. The Sea Palace is one of many gateways to the netherworld. Not long ago, my daughter managed to damage that gate. I know not why, but she angered Granny Death and was turned into a mongrel. I made difficult arrangements to summon the wolf. I wonder who the not a day.
Chung. Yes, daughter of Shim the Blind. Ah, you also hurled yourself into the sea? Don't worry, this place kind of grows on you. I've been here longer, so I'll show you the ropes. What do you say? Friends? What? My father is waiting for me? I appreciate you letting me know, but I can't go back. There's some kind of gate here that leads to the netherworld. I heard something happened recently, and now it's broken. I should have passed through there and vanished long ago, but somehow I find myself lingering here, neither truly dead nor alive. If I repair the gate, perhaps the Dragon King will look upon me favorably and allow me to return to the surface. Well, I'm not really scared of much. I couldn't afford to be scared of things with a blind father to care for. I've had to tackle whatever life threw at us head on. Resent? No way! Tossing myself into the sea was my choice. But my father's misfortune wasn't chosen by him. Imagine all the difficulties of a blind man raising his daughter alone. Honestly, if I had one wish, it'd be to see my late mother. Just once. You see, my mother passed away while giving birth to me. so I don't even know what my mother looked like. I never told this to my father, but every now and then I have the thought, if I hadn't been born, would my mother and father have lived happily together? That must sound quite silly, pouring my heart out to someone I just met. If we could pull that off, that would be amazing. Truth be told, the Dragon King is sick, so every time I see him, I can't help but think of my father. If we repair the gate, it might be able to help him in some small way. But what to do? I've got my hands full. Somehow I've ended up managing the housekeeping here. It might be doable if you pitch in. Would you mind looking into the Netherworld gate for me?
Man, don't even get me started, turd. Recently, some crazy Amoogie barged in, wreaked havoc all over the place, and just shelled off.
Over that way, you mean, Turd? I've heard about it too. I'm just grateful it didn't paddle its way over to the Goosung Cliff, Turd. If the maidens of Goosung Cliff were hurt, who'd guide the souls of this world to the Netherworld gate, Turd?
Sometimes, for some purpose, there are beings who are willing to journey from the surface to the Sea Palace. You, an outsider, wish to repair the Netherworld gate? While we would be most grateful, why would you want to... What? You're planning to repair the gate and take Xincheng back? Is that the girl who hurled herself into the sea for the sake of her father? Even if you manage to fix the gate, there's no assurance that the Dragon King would let Xincheng return. In fact, it could be... No, forget it. To repair the Netherworld gate, the red aura of a pearl, held by a giant clam for a millennium, is needed. Could one find such a clam that has lived for so long? Even if you were lucky enough to find it, extracting the aura... It's...
What? A pearl that's lived for 1,000 years? Does such a thing even... Oh, wait a second. I think I've seen it. From my very first day here, I truly worked my hardest. Sweeping, cleaning, doing laundry, cooking, trying to forget the world above. Then I discovered a place where all the filth from the palace gathers, and I saw a giant, vibrant pearl clam trapped there. Why don't they know about it? Well, it's dark beneath the oil lamp, as they say. I don't blame them for avoiding a dump like that. Oh no, not again! Shoo, you silly bird! This is burning hot! I'm afraid you might need to handle this on your own. This little bird has been... Oh dear, I'm worried it might end up hurting itself. You really found the pearl? There's no doubt it's been nurtured for over 1,000 years. But how are we supposed to extract the red aura from it? Oh, what's going on? You peculiar bird. Actually, this sparrow was the first to greet me when I arrived here. It stayed with me when tears flowed unexpectedly on my first day. When I burnt my hand on the stove, and when I got scolded for not working fast enough. Even when mean shellfolk fired water cannons at me, it pecked them in my defense. But ever since you arrived and mentioned repairing the gate, it started pecking at me too. Anyway, let's find out how to extract the red aura from the pearl. I'll look around the kitchen, so you take care of the library. Ouch! Hey, quit it! Oh, did you find something? The flower that bloomed from a desire as enduring as 1,000 years? That's a ridiculously long name. Oh my gosh! I just had an incredible idea! For now, why don't you go to the west gate and look for some Imugi scales? An angry Imugi wreaked havoc there not too long ago. The scales of an Imugi, reborn a dragon after 1,000 years of self-cultivation, could be the 1,000 years of desire mentioned in the book, couldn't they? place the emogi scales here, and I'll place the Flower seeds here. Where are we, you ask? This is the waterfall where you get the water of life, also called the water of death on the mainland. But we aren't on land, just relax. You'll feel your soul rejuvenating. What's the water of life, you ask? It can bring back those who have passed through the Netherworld gate. Oh, and this Flower. Bodies are resurrected by this Flower, and souls by the water of life. They're precious, tied to human life, so not just anyone can obtain them. A girl named Putty recently passed the Dragon King's test and took some. She looked about my age. I should have spoken to her. Coming all the way here, it must have been for something serious. I hope she's doing well. The Flower is born as a plant that blooms and bears a seed. That seed can blossom with the water of life's aid, but only as seedless flowers. So we need to cherish this opportunity. Why? Well, because there's a shortage of Flowers these days. We've melted the emogi scales in the water of life and made a Flower bloom. This rather special flower will extract the red aura from the pearl. But this little bird is getting worse. Why is this? I don't know. Let's head to where the giant clam is.
Those who defeat Baby Vel will receive the limitless blessing of the Dragon King.
I think I'm starting to get butterflies. I'm not sure why, but I have a feeling that things are going to work out. Wow, why does everything seem to fall into place after meeting you? Even if I can't return to my father after we fix the gate, I think I'm just grateful for being able to make a small difference in this world. It's all thanks to you. Now, let's make our way to the Netherworld gate. I'm just grateful for being able to make a small difference in the...
Shimchung, I admire your efforts. They're futile, Turt. Do you know why we've been chillaxing here this whole time? Only the Netherworld maidens can operate the Netherworld gate, Turt. But when the gate broke, all the maidens got trapped inside.
Huh? Well, how the shell can this be? Only the Netherworld maidens can operate the Netherworld gate, Turt.
Did we succeed? I don't even know how this happened.
Shimchung, thank you for your efforts. However, the Dragon King remains ill. Brewing the sari flower with rabbit's liver, that's the only way to stave it off. Shimchung, you sari flower caretaker, know this well. Reason sari flower bloom when souls go netherworld. With gate broken, sari flower, bye-bye. Shimchung, your place in Netherworld, not here. So now, you go.
I'm okay. The Sari flower, born from my soul, can alleviate some of the Dragon King's pain. Don't be so sad. I jumped in knowing I would die. If I can help someone again, all the better.
You, Netherworld, Lotus Maiden? What? Shimchung? His daughter? Oh. Shimchung, you can fix Gate because she, your mother.
What did you say? This sparrow is my mother? And my mother was a Netherworld maiden?
Shimchung, your mother leads souls, Sea Palace to Netherworld, but punished by Dragon King. Went to surface with no permission, body gone, only soul. Like this, as sparrow. Simchang. These words of mother, you come when gate broken. Not chance. Jump into sea was foolish. Mother, no one to meet this way. She hurts that you hear. But also joy. To see just a little bit. Says she blooms flower by self. You go to land. Go to live.
No, Mother! I didn't know you were here beside me all this time. Please, stay with me. Even if just for a while more. Mother! Mr. Catfish, now that I've fixed the gate, please grant me an audience with the Dragon King. I am ready to assume the role of the Netherworld Maiden and guide my mother.
Mother give life, so you know give life. Simchang, become Netherworld Maiden. You live at Sea Palace. Bye-bye land life. Gate fixed, so I give wish. What you want?
I will become a Netherworld Maiden. And my wish is, please allow me to make medicine from the honey flowers my mother bloomed, so that my father's eyes may see again.
Good. Then, today, Simchang is Netherworld Maiden of Sea Palace. You now know can go to land. We'll take medicine to land for you.
You're here. Don't make that face. Nothing in my daily life has changed. Yes, I am. I've fully adapted to life in the Sea Palace. Now, it may be quite brazen of me, but may I ask you one favor? I've received this honeyflower medicine from Mr. Catfish. Could you take this medicine to the surface and restore my father's sight? Please, and thank you. Next time, when it's your time, I will guide you properly to the Netherworld. Please.
Traveler, you finally returned. Chong! Where is my Chong? So you say that my wife was originally the Netherworld Maiden of the Sea Palace? And Chong decided to follow in her footsteps and remain in the palace? What does all this mean? I cared nothing for wealth, as I told you. All I need is Chong by my side. Chong sent me this medicine. It suddenly feels hot around my eyes. It's too bright. Oh. What's happening? It's right. Traveler, I could see your face. I could see the sky, the sea, the grass. What on earth has happened? Even after all that, Chong must have made this medicine thinking of her lonely old man. It's funny. Since the day she was born, I never once saw her face. Now that she's a Netherworld Maiden, I suppose I'll finally get a chance to see my daughter's face on the day I pass from this world. Still, I am truly grateful. Thanks to you, I'll live the rest of my life to the fullest. I'll see every inch of the earth, taking in the sky, moon, and stars. And on the day I breathe my last and go to meet Chong, I plan to tell her all about what I experienced on this earth. I'll live on, taking in the whole world with my eyes, for both me and Chong. Where should I begin, traveler? Perhaps a place that Chong would have loved. I'll live on.
I do not know why Father is so angered by the idea. It's just marriage. What's the big deal? Anyone want to go to the surface with me? Ready or not? Anyone want to go to the surface with me? Ready or not? Anyone want to go to the surface?
there are secrets to be found, we'll be around. We are the Chorong merchants, the flame. Will you place your bet on the fleet-footed Miss Myo? Or the...
Move your shell, Mr. Turd! Go! Win! Beat Miss Mio's bushy tail, Turd! What am I doing? Watching Mr. Turd facing off against Miss Mio, Turd.
My money's on Miss Myo. 100%, Turt. Kind-hearted Mr. Turt doesn't stand a chance against that sly rabbit.
Don't you have any shame? Taking the earphone's side? As a subject of the Dragon King, Turt? Who's making Mr. Turt suffer now, Turt? Can you really call yourself a subject of the Sea Palace? Everyone lost their Turton minds over these great rewards. It's all because of that choking... Chorong. Whatever. Human Turt!
Oh my. For us to meet here, at the Sea Palace. I am Hyunyong of the Chorong Merchant Guild. But what am I doing here? I am the judge presiding over this race between Miss Myo and Mr. Turt over there. I certainly didn't come here with that intention, however. I was keeping tabs on Miss Myo, who purchased a certain scroll on Do arts from me. Turns out, Miss Myo seems to have read it incorrectly and called forth a giant sea monster that the Dragon King barely managed to drive off. As a result, the Sea Palace's water veins froze, making it impossible to control the waves. So, this is her punishment for endangering the palace, running atop the frozen veins. Well, Miss Myo and Mr. Turt sought me out together, and I haven't yet unraveled the truth of their tale. Even when pressed about the scroll, all they offered up were half-baked excuses.
Those two are always bickering, saying, "It's your fault," and "No, it's your fault." Ugh. Watching them go back and forth like that is shell-splittingly hilarious, Turt.
Perhaps it's a way to relieve the tension of sea monster invasion. It seems like onlookers are gathering one by one, betting amongst themselves. It's bet on the outcome of this race between Mr. Turt and Miss Myo. However, in this poor sea palace, there seems to be no worthy reward for the winner. So I ended up stepping in to be the judge. After all, the Chorong Merchant Guild has many a coveted, prize-worthy treasure. In truth, I volunteered to win the favor of these fair citizens, so I may uncover the secrets hidden within this enchanting underwater palace. There is nothing the Chorong merchants should be unaware of in the realm of the morning light. So, I hope you can lend us your most gracious and noble aid. I would greatly appreciate if you could ask Miss Myo and Mr. Turt, on my behalf, for what reason they sought that mystical scroll from me. I'm busy overseeing this race and taking care of the winner of the wager, you see. Meeting those two should be quite simple, though. You go and make a show of placing a bet, while I cast a spell for you. With so many spectators gathered around, no one will notice a thing. Oh, of course, I'll honor the wager, just like any other. If you correctly predict the winner, I will reward you with something wonderful.
As expected of the Chorong merchants, my body's all the way over there, but somehow I'm standing before you. Truly a mysterious spell, Myop.
Oh, how can you stand there in turtle awe at a time like this?
What do we do now, Turt? Run like this for the rest of our Turton lives?
There's truth to what they say about saving someone from drowning, and they demand you save their baggage too, it seems.
Save me from drowning? Take a good look at me, Turt. That's like saying you saved an earfolk from tripping into the air.
Every word out of your mouth is so frustrating. You ruined my peaceful exile, Milp.
You see, I received a decree from the Dragon King, Turt. I was instructed to monitor the princess exiled to the mainland.
But it seems the princess escaped, Milp. Perhaps she found it hard to listen to Mr. Turt's painfully slow nagging.
Despite my better judgment, I swallowed my pride and asked for help, Turt. And Miss Mio, she made a big fuss about getting that scroll from the Chorong Merchant Guild.
Everything was going hoppingly, but I ended up reading it backwards, Milp. So instead of the princess, baby Vel got transported to the Sea Palace, Milp.
She's a big fish from a far-off sea. Way too big to eat, Turt. She froze the water veins, causing wild waves to wreak havoc.
People can tell the Dragon King is flopping furious, so they're sending innocent humans below the surface as sacrifices. Is this some sick joke, Milp?
But Miss Mio, you filled my shell with all sorts of lies before. Like how you left your liver up on the mainland, Turt. Could it be that you intentionally sabotaged things again, Turt? Was this all part of some scheme to put the Sea Palace in danger?
What? What are you milping about? It doesn't make any sense, Milp. Did you lose your brain somewhere in that big empty shell?
Oh no! The Chorong merchant spell is wearing off, Turt. Oh, traveler, I forgot to mention something.
We must bring the princess back, Milp. I am so sick of running.
Understand what they were trying to do. It was all to find the missing princess, wasn't it? How long must they keep running, you ask? Well, until the Dragon King rises from his sickbed, I imagine? Will you place your bet on the fleet-footed Miss Mio or the steady Mr. Turt? Will you place your bet on the fleet-footed Miss Mio or the steady Mr. Turt? How auspicious we should meet here.
Those who defeat...
busy these days training to be a netherworld maiden. But I'll still continue doing what I was doing here in the palace. Me? I'm not sure when the path to the palace will be sealed off. But until then, please visit often and share your exciting tales. Me? I'm not sure when the path to the palace will be sealed off. But until then, please visit often and share your exciting tales. I'm not sure when the path to the palace will be sealed off. But until then, please visit often and share your exciting tales. My father does me? I'm busy these days. I'm not sure.
Hmm.